Tonight we get ready for a men's volleyball matchup between the Maranatha Baptist and the Eureka Red Devils. We welcome you into the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. Matthew Swan, my broadcast partner, Drew Donnell, alongside me. Drew, something feels a little different tonight, and that's right, we are not in our regular attire. We are wearing jerseys right now. I'm the Cubs, you are Toronto Blue Jays. That's because it's jersey night here in Eureka. It's also senior night, so the Red Devils will be honoring their one and only senior, Jake Potter. But let's dive into the details. The Red Devils 12-1 coming into this ballgame. They're off to one of the best starts in program history. And no, we're not just talking about men's volleyball because, of course, it's only their first season here at Eureka. We are talking about every single sport this season at Eureka College. The Red Devils have been producing a lot of early momentum. They're energetic. They're a fun team overall. Drew, they also have really started to organize their rotations. What have you liked from them so far?
Well, I've liked what I've seen up front a lot from Dyson Blutsky. He has gotten a lot of key blocks at a lot of key times, and I love the momentum that they get early and often. Whenever they get a momentum early and often, it is just full throttle. They get a third gear, and it is hard. When they win that first set, it is hard to beat them. It's hard to even get one set or force it to a fifth set. It is hard to really just stomp it down their throats and put them away.
Yeah, that's right. In terms of Maranatha, they are looking for their first win of the season. It'll be a fun matchup. Eureka versus Maranatha Baptist. That's all we have for you in the pregame side of things. Stay tuned. It'll be a fun one. You're watching ECTV live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. Discover your perfect getaway in beautiful Prescott, Arizona. Your home away from home at Prescott Canyon Estates, a 55-plus community with beautiful panoramic views of Bradshaw, Thumb Butte, and Granite Mountains. Potter Rentals has properties available for monthly rental, all-inclusive and fully furnished, with all clubhouse amenities. Get more information today and make Prescott your home away from home at potterrentals.com.
Welcome to Metamora Kirby Foods. Metamora Kirby Foods is 100% employee-owned and operated. Explore our full deli, meat department, and wide selection of grocery items, including Kirby Foods' signature brand. And you can save even more with the Kirby Foods Rewards app. Metamora Kirby Foods prides itself on being a valued part of the community. Shop hometown proud at Metamora Kirby Foods.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Randy Bagoli in Peoria today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Randy Bagoli in Peoria today.
Did you know toner powder is actually powdered plastic, and Americans consume 100 million pounds of it each year? Epson Workforce Enterprise AM series printers are powered by simple, smart, and clean precision core technology, doing away with waste-making laser printer designs and parts that end up in landfills. So you can experience less wasting, more saving. Your Epson Business First partner is City Blue Technologies in Peoria, Eureka College's official partner for sustainable printing.
Calvin got diagnosed June 10th of 2018. He has rhabdomyosarcoma, a soft tissue cancer. But St. Jude has covered everything, and coming here, they're like, we are going to do everything we can. And when they say everything, they mean everything. St. Jude is like the gold at the end of a rainbow for a family like ours. They've really given our family hope, and we are so grateful and thankful for everything.
Are you ready to grow, to build, to thrive? Take the next steps with confidence at Heartland Bank and Trust Company. We go beyond just offering banking. We work with you to understand your needs. Whether you're saving, borrowing, protecting, or growing, we offer financial solutions for both personal and business needs. At Heartland Bank, we believe every life has a story, and yours includes building a secure future. Let's write that story together. Visit Heartland Bank today at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC.
Number 5, Aaron Jones. Number 7, Stephen Johnson. Number 12, Tyler Bell Richard. Number 13, Colton Brindell. Playing libero, number 17, Eddie McCarty. And number 20, Josiah Scott. The SaberCats are coached by Julie Alwell and assisted by Maddie Bumpus and Brandon Alwell. Now let's meet the starting lineup for your Eureka Red Devils. Playing libero, a sophomore from Bolingbrook, Illinois, number 3, Kendall Killens. A freshman from Kalihi, Hawaii, number 9, Jaden Miyahira. A freshman from Kalihi, Hawaii, number 10, Kavehi Kaneakua. A senior from Galesburg, Illinois, number 12, Jake Potter. A freshman from Venezuela, number 18, Ignacio Hernandez. A junior from San Diego, California, number 21, Dyson Wutzke. And a freshman from Magna, Utah, number 23, Maddox Klusner. The Red Devils are coached by Noah Ray and assisted by Ryan Myers and Franny Heckman.
So there you have it, starting lineup for both sides. Drew, this Maranatha SaberCats roster, a very small one. They're starting 7 of their 9 players.
Yeah, and if you also heard that loud roar from the crowd here in the Reagan, that's because they were applauding their only senior for senior night, Jake Potter.
Yeah, and you know, that almost helps us in a way. I love feeding into the energy of the crowd, the energy of the student section.
Yeah, and it also puts a chip on Eureka's shoulders. They want to win for their one and only senior. They want to win for their guy that has a lot of experience.
That's exactly right. Zanian Freeman with that backflip again, as usual. Red Devils in the black and gold, Maranatha in the navy blue and yellow. So again, Eureka 12-1 throughout their first 13 games of the season. Maranatha looking for win number 1. They have lost 7 straight.
Yeah, their biggest issue has been they have been making mistakes and getting down on themselves early. It is very, very rare that they win their first set.
Surprisingly, there's a very small student section, but it's all the right people, especially for Jake Potter. So Maranatha will start with the volleyball. Josiah Scott looks to serve. Maranatha has struggled in the opening frame all season long compared to Eureka. Nice soft serve. And there's a right-hand floater and the kill for Jaden Mahira. And just like that, Eureka on top, 1-0. Here's Killens at the service line. Good execution, but not able to get that one to drop. Right hand, a little bit of some backspin from Potter. There's a right-hand floater and a front row block that time. Kavehi Kanayakua. Oh, they're going to say that was a SaberCats point. Thought that one might have allowed Eureka to grab the benefit. Right-hand kill taken away, Maddox Klusner. Well, we've seen him get started early on all season.
Eureka definitely has found their answer when it up front for their trio with Jake Potter, Maddox Klusner, and Dyson Wutzke. They have been as good as you can ask for.
A late hand save from Brendel. That time it's knocked out of bounds by Eureka. We're tied up at 2. And Drew, let's go back to our first broadcast for Eureka men's volleyball. One of the things that I said was that this team needs to develop a little bit more. I almost started to doubt them. I said their rotations were out of line, and I didn't think they were really all that ready, to be quite honest with you. But this season, they've shown that their offense has been consistent on almost every single rotation.
And as you mentioned, that Klusner again with the kill. And it'll be the lone senior tonight, Jake Potter, to serve it off.
Potter, who's averaging 0.7 points per set, gets the serve over. Sun with the right hand. That was the third hit, and it did not cross the net, so that'll be another Red Devils point. Eureka, as we've seen, they get started so early, and it's really amazing how they're able to drag this energy from the pregame all the way to the end. There's Wutzke with a nice little two-hand finish. Red Devils extend early on. Potter back at the line. Once again, another successful serve. Killens keeping this one alive. Hernandez with some fire behind the connection. Not able to get it to drop. Kane Akua, good set, and that time Klusner not able to keep it in play. Man, let's talk about these sets for Eureka. They have just really used the serve as a fiery weapon, and we've seen some very physical gameplay when it comes to making those types of connections.
Yeah, right away when you mentioned their serves, I immediately thought of Ignacio Hernandez. I do remember the first volleyball game that you and I called. We talked a lot about how there's just a great deal of force. It's like those Nerf Vortex footballs when they whistle. I mean, you can almost hear it from up here when Hernandez serves it away.
It'll be Kenyo Vasquez at the line for Eureka. Red Devils up by 3 points early in this one. And there's that front row that has been present all season long. It's been very difficult to get anything past them.
I was about to mention it earlier. It just, all season, the games, whether it's behind a camera, in the booth with you, or watching as a fan, the one thing I've noticed throughout this whole season is that you can just tell that with Potter being the only senior on this team, they all rally around behind him. And, you know, he might not be a guy that is always going to be in the starting lineup, but he doesn't let that affect him. He's always chattering. He's always got something to say. He always says the right things at the right time. And whenever he gets a big block or makes a big play or contributes in any way, he really gets fired up, and his teammates really feed off of that.
I agree, and I feel like Potter's role on the team is quite underrated. He's their only senior, and I think that's really good for the Red Devils because they needed that little slice of leadership, and Potter gives them exactly that.
Red Devils there for Maranatha. It'll be the San Diego native Dyson Wutzke with the serve.
Yeah, Wutzke's parents had attendance for this one. His family recently came into Eureka. That one off the hands of Eddie McCarty. Red Devils pick up point number 10. And that's amazing, all circling around Jake Potter, who is holding the trident.
Another thing that I've noticed, and I've talked to Jake Potter about this, is that whenever there's a really big play, or even if there's a costly mistake for the Red Devils, head coach Noah Ray never flinches. He is always so calm and collected. And I asked him, what does that mean to you and the rest of your guys? As there's a good kill right there. But I asked him, what does it mean to you and your guys when you see Noah so calm and collected as he is? And he said it's one of the biggest confidence boosters that he can give us because it shows us that he has the confidence in us, and that gives us confidence.
Yeah, and I think it makes it so easy, too, because Coach Ray understands how successful and how young his team is and how energetic they are. So as a coach, I feel like knowing the guys that you have on your team, it almost makes it easier for you to just remain calm.
Yeah, and even right there with that errant serve by Ignacio Hernandez, which we usually don't see a lot. And normally, you might get a coach that might be really livid. As there's a kill by the senior Jake Potter.
Yeah, there we go, Potter. Get fired up a little bit. It's his day, and he is doing everything he can right now to stand out, and it's working. 12-6 Eureka. Here's Killens. There's that fire somehow dug up by Jones. Two-hand finish, no good. Kana Yakua with the set. Potter again off the deflection. Maranatha's been sticking into this ball game, or hanging with Eureka, at least up to this point.
I give them credit. They're not down too much. All things considered, haven't really impressed me a lot. A lot of their points have been on the Red Devils' own mistakes.
Man, I don't know, but does Killens seem to have some extra fire, some extra passion in this game? He's really hitting the ball hard.
I think it's no surprise for me the aggressiveness we see out of Killens. And that's another thing Potter said when I had the chance to talk to him. He said, I asked, because, I've noticed it. He even said himself, Kendall is one of the best, not just liberos, but defenders that they have. And, he just makes a lot of the easy plays so easy. And he's, in my opinion, one of the reasons why that the Red Devils are able to stay alive in a lot of tight games.
That's exactly right. Red Devils 15, SaberCats only 7 up to this point. I do feel like we have to talk about this because of how special it is, but the Red Devils recently won the MWPVC men's regional tournament. I think that's been one of the highest awards that any sport in Eureka has gotten in a long time.
Yeah, that's right. And they also won their first tournament of the season back in December when they played in the Cougar Classic. They went 5-0 in that tournament. That's kind of really, there's a good kill right there as well. That was Jaden Bellinger, I believe.
Yeah, I was going to mention that we haven't seen a lot of Bellinger this season. It's a little rare. Bellinger, one of the smaller guys on the team, but he is just as talented as everybody else. Here's Potter to serve. Right hand finish and kill for Dyson Wutzke. One of the team leaders for Eureka in terms of points per set. That'll force the SaberCats to break into a timeout. Eureka up 17-8 here in set number 1. Stay tuned, we'll be back. You're watching ECTV live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Randy Bagoli in Peoria today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Randy Bagoli in Peoria today.
The Red Devils with a very comfortable lead here in the opening set. We welcome you back into the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. You're watching ECTV. Eureka hosting Maranatha Baptist. Drew, you actually have some experience playing Maranatha with baseball. And it's interesting because this SaberCats team, their athletic program, has only faced Eureka in softball, baseball, and women's soccer. So this is the first time they're coming into Eureka, Illinois to play the Red Devils in men's volleyball. That's an interesting sight, one that you don't see every day. Some of the Eureka fans sitting in the student section, the far side of the student section. Jake Potter, once again, Eureka's only senior to serve. Great execution, and it's Jones hitting this one over. Wutzke on the attack, and another kill for the California kid.
I mean, it is going to be a long night for Maranatha if they can't get a stop on Wutzke.
Yeah, Eureka can keep going back to him all night. They also have Hernandez as he comes up with the kill. The big trio for Eureka. Hernandez, Wutzke, Klosner, the senior, Jake Potter. They're all all-stars on the floor.
Zamian Freeman coming in for Hernandez.
Good serve from Potter. Back to the rotation, this time off the deflection from that Eureka front row. SaberCats gain a point back. Looks like there have been a few more fans that have made their way into the Reagan Athletic Complex to watch this ball game. Red Devils 19, Maranatha only 9. It'll be Luke Nason at the line. Klosner over the middle, and he gets a kill. It's almost automatic for the Red Devils.
And it also helps that not only with the small lineup for Maranatha, but they're not, in particular, they're not the tallest team out on the floor. A lot of their guys are coming in at 5'10", 5'11", and it does help that Eureka has a very large staff.
Yeah, that's interesting to say. Eureka's not known for having roster depth. Back row hit, no good from Palacio. And, you know, when you take a look on paper, Red Devils having a very successful season. The SaberCats not so much. But Dyson Wutzke, one of Eureka's team leaders, one of the things that he told me was that, you know, you can't overlook any opponent. And I think that's just so humble for any athlete to say.
There he is again with the kill. But to your point with what Dyson Wutzke had told you, I would, like you said, that is a very humble statement, and I think that is obviously a statement that you would get from a team leader, and that kind of shows the culture that is being built here for men's volleyball in Eureka.
And there's the kill for Zamian Freeman. I believe this is at least my first time seeing Freeman on the floor live in person. And he's making a big impact for Eureka. This is a very supportive Eureka team. I love how close and connected they are with each other.
Yeah, and I think we see that with a lot of the sports here. And not only how tight and connected one another is on volleyball, but really all the sports here that come out and support one another.
Right hand floater, that one falls through. Reese Smith, or excuse me, that was not Smith. That was Jaden Mahira. I don't know what's going on with me tonight.
Nonetheless, it'll be Zamian Freeman to serve, his first action. This crowd really getting into it.
Strong serve, that one right into the net. That is point number 12 for the SaberCats. Red Devils still hold on to the very comfortable lead, only 2 points away from taking this first set. It'll be Josiah Scott to serve for Maranatha. Nice floater, and that one's gonna fall between Smith and Kaylor Arazo.
Miscommunication there, I think. Smith thought he had the better angle.
Scott back to it. Red Devils seem more confident on this possession, but Potter able to pick up the kill. Point number 24 for the Red Devils. You can tell when things are starting to go smoothly for Eureka by just the way they carry themselves on the floor. Killings will look to close out the opening set. Fans getting more into it. There's a serve kept in the air by Jones. Right hand deflection, and there's the front row for Eureka, closing out the first set of this matchup. Red Devils take it 25-13. Very exciting set, very energetic set, just as we expected. We'll be back. Stay tuned for upcoming set number 2 right here on ECTV, live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth.
Are you ready to grow, to build, to thrive? Take the next steps with confidence at Heartland Bank and Trust Company. We go beyond just offering banking. We work with you to understand your needs. Whether you're saving, borrowing, protecting, or growing, we offer financial solutions for both personal and business needs. At Heartland Bank, we believe every life has a story, and yours includes building a secure future. Let's write that story together. Visit Heartland Bank today at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC.
Welcome to Metamora Kirby Foods. Metamora Kirby Foods is 100% employee-owned and operated. Explore our full deli, meat department, and wide selection of grocery items, including Kirby Foods' signature brand. And you can save even more with the Kirby Foods Rewards app. Metamora Kirby Foods prides itself on being a valued part of the community. Shop hometown proud at Metamora Kirby Foods.
Did you know toner powder is actually powdered plastic, and Americans consume 100 million pounds of it each year? Epson Workforce Enterprise AM series printers are powered by simple, smart, and clean precision core technology, doing away with waste-making laser printer designs and parts that end up in landfills. So you can experience less wasting, more saving. Your Epson Business First partner is City Blue Technologies in Peoria, Eureka College's official partner for sustainable printing.
Discover your perfect getaway in beautiful Prescott, Arizona. Your home away from home at Prescott Canyon Estates, a 55-plus community with beautiful panoramic views of Bradshaw, Thumb Butte, and Granite Mountains. Potter Rentals has properties available for monthly rental, all-inclusive and fully furnished, with all clubhouse amenities. Get more information today and make Prescott your home away from home at potterrentals.com.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Randy Bagoli in Peoria today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Randy Bagoli in Peoria today.
The Red Devils easily take set number 1, but for now we get ready for the second set of tonight's matchup between Maranatha Baptist and the Eureka Red Devils. We welcome you into the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. You're watching ECTV. Matthew Swan, my broadcast partner, Drew Donnell on the call. Drew, Eureka continuing to carry some of that energy into this second set. How are we feeling about the opening set?
Well, had to catch my breath there because I sneezed so hard, thought my life was going to flash before my eyes, but other than that, I'm really excited to see how not only will Maranatha respond to Eureka without a doubt running away with that first matchup.
Killens with another strong serve, but it ends up inside the net, and the first point of set number 2 belongs to the SaberCats.
So it'll be Josiah Scott to serve.
You know, Maranatha, at least tonight, they might not have a lot of success to talk about, but there is something positive that comes out of their program. Is there's a kill from Klusner. But for Maranatha, they do have, of course, a men's basketball program. One of their guys, James Hawley, just made history by scoring 500 career points in just 41 games. Back set, nice left hand, dug out. Eureka keeps it alive somehow, some way. There's that front row. Man, how good has the Red Devils defense been? Kanayakua back set, not able to get that one to drop.
Kendall Killens.
And Hernandez finally ending the rally. Picks up a kill. Eureka 2 points to 1 here in set number 2.
And Kendall Killens showing why he's at the libero spot. Just not a panic whatsoever in him. There's a lot of times where the SaberCats could have potentially answered back and tied the score.
This one hit directly over. Kana Yakua, opposite side, right hand, and that one out of bounds. Potter not able to finish. You know, we have seen a lot of competitive stretches for Maranatha, but they struggle with consistency, and that's really been the killer for them all season.
Yeah, like I said in the beginning of the first set, I really haven't seen anything all that impressive from the SaberCats. A lot of their points have been on errors, as there's an errant serve from Jake Potter. We haven't really seen a lot of explosiveness on the offensive side for the SaberCats.
Yeah, there were even a few connections just a couple plays ago, and I actually believe it was Jones who is currently serving, but he was at the net ready for the third hit, and he hesitated, so he had to try to get it over the net underhand almost without lifting the ball up. Hernandez off the deflection. Eureka picks up point number 4. But, you know, when you put yourself in a position where you're awkwardly hitting the volleyball, you're not cut out to necessarily perform to the best of your ability, and I think that's something the SaberCats are struggling with right now. Here's Vasquez at the line. Good serve, kept in play. Good set. There's the right hand. Nice dive from Palacio. Keeps it alive for Eureka, and they get the point on the kill. Red Devils extend. Well, you know, that play doesn't happen without Javier Palacio on the dive.
And one of the biggest things, and what's really catapulted this Eureka's squad to the 12-1 record that they have, is there's a good block by and kill by Ignacio Hernandez, but they just have, this is one of the squads here at Eureka that has such a good depth all around. Everybody knows what the role is, and they fill their role to perfection.
Yeah, and I'm sure it also helps too. They began practicing, I believe, in the fall as soon as school started. And Drew, you and I, we have some connections with some of the players, and I don't know if you know, but sometimes they have been scheduled to practice, wake up at 5 in the morning and have early morning practices, which isn't easy, but it's definitely paying off. Outside left hand, no good from Sun. The SaberCats keep it alive. Sun goes back to it. Kana Yakua, back set. Wutzke not able to get it to fall. Good job by Brendel to keep it in play. Hernandez near the sideline, and he gets it inbounds. That'll be a kill for the freshman out of Venezuela.
Well, Matthew, you mentioned the history that was made at Maranatha Baptist with men's basketball, but maybe not so much history, but a career game for Eureka women's basketball player Kayla Collins at MUW. Put herself up a career night, putting up 32 points and really doing a good job of drawing fouls and getting to the line frequently. Only missed 2 free throw attempts. She went 14 for 16 at the line. And there's a good kill right there by, I believe, Dyson Wutzke. Dude, as I was saying before, just a career night for Kayla Collins with 32 points. We know what she's capable of for women's basketball here at Eureka, but it's taken her a little bit to really kind of get that confidence that a lot of her and her teammates have been looking for.
Yeah, and she's also only in her first year as a Red Devil, so she'll be around for a little bit. It's exciting the way that the athletic programs here at Eureka have started to develop. It feels like almost every team for Eureka has gone through a rebuilding phase in the last few years or so. Right hand, that one. Let's wait for the call. It was out of bounds, so the SaberCats pick up point number 6.
I don't know, looked like that might have been tipped by a SaberCat, but nonetheless, Tyler Bella-Richard to serve it off and tipped by the Red Devils, so Bella-Richard will serve again as there's a little bit of offense going for the SaberCats.
Oh, and there's the announcer's jinx coming into play. It'll be Eureka Volleyball. Nice 5-point lead here in the second set. The only unfortunate thing for this Red Devils team is they are a club team. They're considered a club team, which means they cannot participate in NCAA playoffs, which is unfortunate because I feel like they've really proven themselves and we know how good they are. I do think if they get the chance to participate in the playoffs, they go really far.
Yeah, I do think that, I do agree. I think that if they could definitely be that team to really, really make a deep run for Eureka Athletics. We saw it last year with women's and men's basketball. I agree. I truly do think that men's volleyball can compete with some of the best teams in the NCAA.
Yeah, the rule is that the NCAA only allows postseason competition for teams that are officially sponsored varsity programs of the institution. And of course, Eureka not eligible for that.
So Maddox Klusner comes back into the game as he has been a very big staple in that front court for the Red Devils.
Right hand, Klusner not able to finish. It goes out of bounds off the deflection. So the Red Devils do pick up the point, number 14. They have a 7-point lead here in set number 2. Killen's back to work. Nice right hand, that time a bit too strong. You still have to give Eureka credit with the amount of separation they've been able to attribute onto the scoreboard. But Maranatha is definitely competing a little bit more in this second set. Across court, Jones not able to get the finish. Killens, nice recovery.
Good dig there by McCarty.
Left hand, that one out of bounds. Brindell not able to keep it in play. 15-8 here in set number 2. Kanayakua back at the line. Kanayakua is just another one of the underrated players on Eureka. Hitting just over 12% on the season. Good right hand off the deflection. The Red Devils once again find a way to add on. You know, I am a little disappointed just in my own ability to, I feel like I haven't attended any of the really exciting games here for Eureka. Like any of their tournament matches, I haven't seen. And I don't know if you've seen any of the videos of Eureka in their most recent tournament, but they were playing here at the Reagan and they had like 3 different courts set up. It was really awesome.
Yeah, it's a shame that, you know, obviously you and I were in Fulton, Missouri calling that exciting Westminster and Red Devils game. And yeah, I agree. I also do wish that I could be in the stands or even in the booth calling those exciting playoff volleyball games with you, as we see Javier Palacio in the stands behind the bench, really getting this Reagan Center going.
Kanayakua once again at the line. McCarty hits it over. Back set. And there's Reese Smith off the connection. Red Devils 19 points. They are getting close to obtaining the second set.
Haven't seen Reese Smith a whole lot this season, but gets his first kill of the game.
Then again, Maranatha with their backs against the wall. They're going to have to take yet another timeout. Red Devils 19, Sabercats 8 here in set number 2. Stay tuned. We'll be back. You're watching ECTV live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth.
Are you ready to grow, to build, to thrive? Take the next steps with confidence at Heartland Bank and Trust Company. We go beyond just offering banking. We work with you to understand your needs. Whether you're saving, borrowing, protecting, or growing, we offer financial solutions for both personal and business needs. At Heartland Bank, we believe every life has a story, and yours includes building a secure future. Let's write that story together. Visit Heartland Bank today at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC.
Eureka up 19-8 here in set number 2. We welcome you back into the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. You're watching ECTV. Matthew Swan, my broadcast partner, Drew Donnell on the call. Drew, Eureka very close to taking the first 2 sets in this ball game. I feel as if they're pretty confident considering Maranatha has only won a single set all season long throughout 7 games.
Yeah, their confidence is at an all-time high, and I think our confidence should be at an all-time high. We were really harmonizing together in that break. And
we were. It was a special moment.
We could have had a lot to offer on the voice.
Honestly, we should sing. We should start a singing competition. Both teams back, ready to go. It's going to be Johnson to hit it over for the Sabercats. Smith back to work. There's the floater. Left hand from Brendel, and this time able to pick up the kill. We don't see that too often. Eureka struggling to grab some of those digs, but they're not perfect either, so if Maranatha plays their cards right, there's a chance. Back-to-back points for the Sabercats.
Errant dig from Zamian Freeman, and once again, it'll be Colton Brendel to serve.
Good back set over to Jake Potter. Killens with 2 hands. Outside, right hand, not able to get the finish is Paris. And 3 straight kills for the Sabercats. They are starting to really make a comeback here in set number 2. I do truly believe it all starts with
Sabercats are really starting to ride a high here on the last couple of errant mistakes from the Red Devils.
I was going to say, I feel like it all starts with your server, and I feel like Brendel he was at least, doing a very great job at allowing Maranatha to stay consistent. He's really the foundation for their offense.
And here's one of the foundations, Jake Potter to serve.
I think he's been in the weight room a little too much.
I think in terms of mentally, I think he might be getting a little too excited, just needs to take a deep breath. His last 2 serves had a little too much sauce on them.
Yeah, and that's bound to happen. I understand the feeling. You're amped up because it's your night. Sabercats again on another Eureka mistake. How many times have we seen that this season? Eureka handing out free points to their opponent.
And somehow, some way, the Sabercats have only cut the Eureka lead down to 6.
Aaron Jones to serve. Right hand, Killings able to receive. Smith gets set, and that one deflected straight into the net. Point number 15 for Maranatha. They really needed that timeout.
I think if Maranatha gets another point here, I think I would call a timeout if you're No Ray, if this doesn't get out of hand.
Yeah, he's still calm over there. Hands behind his back. See, he knows what his team's capable of, and just like that, they regain possession. 21-15. Red Devils 4 points away from taking the first 2 sets tonight. It'll be Vasquez. Good connection. Right hand floater. Nice diving play by Vasquez. Hernandez will smack it over with 2 hands. From the back row, Palacio, and Jones not able to receive it cleanly. Eureka, point number 22.
Huge kill for the Red Devils. Whenever they would get a point on a SaberCats error, they were having trouble to really capitalize on their mistakes.
Over the middle, and a good block, but it was too strong for the SaberCats. Eureka obtains the point. And that's got to be frustrating as a player. You make the right read, and you're able to make contact with the volleyball, but there's just too much momentum. Red Devils 24 points, 1 away from taking set number 2. Again, Maranatha calls a timeout, 24-15 the score. We will step aside as well. Stay tuned, you're watching ECTV live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth.
Welcome to Metamora Kirby Foods. Metamora Kirby Foods is 100% employee-owned and operated. Explore our full deli, meat department, and wide selection of grocery items, including Kirby Foods' signature brand. And you can save even more with the Kirby Foods Rewards app. Metamora Kirby Foods prides itself on being a valued part of the community. Shop hometown proud at Metamora Kirby Foods.
The Red Devils are just 1 point away from taking the first 2 sets tonight. We welcome you back into the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. You're watching ECTV. Matthew Swan, my broadcast partner, Drew Donnell, on the call. Drew, it's senior night, it's jersey night here for Eureka, and they are performing very well for their fans.
That's right, and it'll be Kenyo Vasquez to serve and try to win that second set.
Bellinger with the nice set. Nice job by Palacio, and the footwork from Eureka starting to come into play, but Smith not able to get that one over. That was the 3rd hit for the Red Devils. Great execution, but right at the very end, just not able to pull it off. 24-16. Here's Luke Nason. Palacio's there. Bellinger with the set and the kill. Maranatha thinks Eureka touched the net, and they did. So that'll be point number 17 for the SaberCats, as Nason will continue his run at the line. And that one out of bounds. Good read from Hernandez, and set number 2 comes to a close. Eureka up 2-0. They win set number 2 by a score of 25-17. Once more, we'll step aside. Stay tuned. You're watching ECTV live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth.
Did you know toner powder is actually powdered plastic, and Americans consume 100 million pounds of it each year? Epson Workforce Enterprise AM series printers are powered by simple, smart, and clean precision core technology, doing away with waste-making laser printer designs and parts that end up in landfills, so you can experience less wasting, more saving. Your Epson Business First partner is City Blue Technologies in Peoria, Eureka College's official partner for sustainable printing.
Discover your perfect getaway in beautiful Prescott, Arizona. Your home away from home at Prescott Canyon Estates, a 55-plus community with beautiful panoramic views of Bradshaw, Thumb Butte, and Granite Mountains. Potter Rentals has properties available for monthly rental, all-inclusive and fully furnished, with all clubhouse amenities. Get more information today and make Prescott your home away from home at potterrentals.com.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Randy Bagoli in Peoria today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Randy Bagoli in Peoria today.
Are you ready to grow, to build, to thrive? Take the next steps with confidence at Heartland Bank and Trust Company. We go beyond just offering banking. We work with you to understand your needs. We offer checking options for both personal and business needs. Each choice includes free online banking, mobile banking, bill pay, debit card, and more. We believe every life has a story, and yours includes building a secure future. Let's write that story together. Visit Heartland Bank today at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC.
The airwaves just got a refresh, and you need to spin your dial to 103.1 to find out. EC 103.1 is your latest and freshest option at your disposal, with the latest alternative rock hits, new personalities, and live sporting events at Eureka College. With an award-winning pedigree, EC 103.1 will quickly be the only thing you want to hear on your radio. Now on the FM airwaves and streaming globally on iHeartRadio. EC 103.1, your rock alternative.
Eureka gets ready for set number 3. We welcome you into the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. You are watching ECTV. Matthew Swan, my broadcast partner, Drew Donnell on the call. Eureka able to pick up the first 2 sets of the night. They will look to close it out with the quick and easy sweep. Fans continuing to share their bursts of energy for Eureka. It'll be Maranatha Volleyball to kick things off. Josiah Scott at the line of service. Good right hand. And too short. Red Devils pick up the first point in this third set. Drew, we talked about it, but what do the viewers not see during the breaks for Eureka when they just continue to dance around?
Yeah, they definitely don't see the creativity is a good word for it. Not that known for my vocabulary when it comes to seeing how energetic they get, but there's a good kill for the Red Devils. It'll be Kendall Killens to serve and try to get Eureka up 3.
More heat coming off of the volleyball, and a mistimed right-hand slam from Aaron Jones. That'll give Eureka their 3rd point of this 3rd set. They're off to a pretty smooth start. Killens back to work. Nice right hand over the middle. Dog out. It'll be Tim Stroop to hit this one over. Kane Akua outside. Potter, the senior, not able to get that one to drop. Jones with the right hand. Good dig by Wutzke. Hernandez from the back row off the deflection of Ying Hao Sun. And Eureka, 4 straight points to open up this 3rd set. Killens back to work. Good execution. Stroop into the net. 5-zip Eureka. And this set's moving along pretty quickly. The SaberCats, after tonight, they will return home and host Trinity Christian on February 21st at 7 p.m. Eureka continuing to work. Right hand and the kill from Claude Paris. Red Devils 6-0. I don't know about you, but all the athletic seasons up to this point, at least the ones that we've broadcasted, have seemed to just fly by.
That's right. Even with, it feels like yesterday we started broadcasting that Lincoln Bowl game for football, and then first game of basketball in Dominican, and now here we are with basketball ending soon, and the men's basketball team trying to hope and pray and scratch and claw at the final spot to get into the SLIAC tournament.
I will always remember that Lincolnville football game because that was the first game for both of us where our football team won a game with us in attendance at the school. Kanayakua with a set. Wutzke able to grab the point off the deflection. 8-1 Eureka here in set number 3.
So it'll be Kavei Kanayakua at the line to serve.
Another thing that I just find really interesting is how many student athletes transition from being an athlete their senior year to coaching the next season, and that's what Franny Heckman has done here for Eureka. If you remember, she was one of the key players to the Eureka women's volleyball team last season, graduated, and now she's coaching this men's volleyball team.
Yeah, and you know, we even see it with men's basketball with Cohen Woods coaching men's basketball. Even in baseball, if you remember with your short stint on baseball, Brant King and Ethan Hedge were members of the baseball team last year. Obviously, Brant was the catcher and Hedgie was a second and first baseman. But now they're coaching, and it's definitely was a little strange when, you know, they transitioned, because I always just knew them as, you know, Hedgie and BK and not Coach Hedge and Coach King.
So do you treat them any differently, or is it still the same teammate type of relationship?
It obviously, when they're obviously there to make you into a better person and a better ball player. So in that sense, you kind of have to treat them a little different, because, you know, they're trying to make a difference for this program, because they know what baseball is capable of. But at the same time, you know, you still joke around with them and still talk to them like they are your teammate.
Yeah, I was going to say, because whenever I was on the baseball team, I would always call Noah, I would call him Coach, right? But now that I don't play anymore, it's just weird. Like, I say his last name. I think I call everybody by their last name for the most part. It's interesting how that works. Both teams coming out of the timeout taken by the SaberCats. Eureka, 10 points. Maranatha, only 1 here in the third set. So I believe the Red Devils will start with the volleyball. It'll be Kanayakua to serve. Good right hand, dug out by Sun. Red Devils get into their transition here.
There's the kill
Potter
that Potter was looking for. His last couple of attempts wasn't able to get it to drop, and he gets it to drop there. And this Red Devils squad is in total command right now as they extend their lead to 10.
I think he's finally started to settle down. That right hand too strong from Tyler Bell-Richard. Red Devils pick up their 12th point.
And I would agree with you that Potter's starting to heat up. He was a little cold that second game. I think he was just trying to do too much, and, you know, was really excited and amped up, kind of forgot to take a bit of a deep breath there.
Killens with the reception. Good set. Wutzke from the right side, and a good block, but out of bounds against the SaberCats. Red Devils continue to pile on.
Keep your head down if you're the official there. Went off the antenna and almost sucker punched him in the face.
That's the second time. We saw earlier in this game the other referee on the other side of the court too. He had to save the scorer's table from getting hit with one of the volleyballs. It's like they're playing a game of their own.
It's a feisty world down there.
It is.
I'm glad we're up here.
I was going to say, we have all this space. We're farther away too, so we have more time to react. But with my luck, I feel like I'd be the one to get hit in the head with a volleyball from up here.
So Maranatha just now able to get their second point of the set, so it'll be Aaron Jones to serve.
Good set. Potter from the right side. No good. That will be a SaberCats point.
I think the official thought Potter may have caught a piece of the net.
That's what I think as well.
Looks like he avoided it. He went under. Nonetheless, Maranatha is going to get their third point.
Jones back to work. There's Hernandez. Bellinger, nice set, and that one goes sky high in the air. Killen's able to keep this one alive. Potter with the right hand, no good. Off the deflection, and there's the kill for Tim Stroop. Boy, that was a deflection that we haven't seen here in a long time. That one nearly touched the top of the ceiling.
I've always thought how difficult it might be for, when a ball goes all the way to the ceiling. Man, what a dig. Man, if that didn't hit the basketball hoop, that would have been a dig of a lifetime. Saw Ignacio Hernandez get in the mix there. Kendall Killens as well.
13-5 Eureka. Jones back to work. Killens again with the reception and the right hand kill for Claude Paris. I know you mentioned it earlier, but I always just forget how many freshmen are on this Eureka roster.
Yeah, and it's amazing to think about, and it's amazing to think about, and it's also it gives you a lot to look forward to in the future. The fact that everybody with 1 year under their belt going into next year, it's going to be kind of everybody to be a leader, with the only exception of maybe Dyson Wutzke, with him being a junior.
11 out of the 15 Eureka players are freshmen. That is just impressive. And they're still able to be as successful as they are. Ball still in play. Great job by both sides to keep it alive. Smith over to Bellinger. Over the middle. Paris, and he gets it to fall past the diving Brendel. Red Devils pick up their 15th point of this third set.
But to kind of add on to what I was saying earlier, if you kind of look into next year, Dyson Wutzke would kind of be the captain of this team next year, considering that he'd be a senior next year. And even this team would still be really young. You'd have a lot of juniors and sophomores.
My only concern for players returning next season.
What a dig by Vasquez.
I'm just not sure if players would return because this is club volleyball. If they make this more than just a club sport, I feel as if we will see a lot of the same faces for Eureka. But I do think a lot of the guys right now are going to want to experience NCAA playoffs. And at least for right now, that's not something that Eureka provides for men's volleyball. Hernandez, low side of the net. 8 points now for the SaberCats.
I think the way that I look at it is I am confident that, club volleyball here will get a lot of new people next year. And I say that because, the fact that it's club volleyball, this is a good starting point, or it's a good starting place for newcomers coming in, or, freshmen, or whether it's a transfer looking for a fresh new start. This is a good place to kind of get your feet wet into college volleyball, because this is a very competitive team, and a lot of the teams that the Red Devils have played against this year have really gone, fought with them till the very end. And I think that, it's a good place to start if you're looking to pursue into, a high level of Division II or Division I. And I think it really sets you up for a good place in the future. There's a good kill by, once again, Ignacio Hernandez.
Boy, I don't know about you. It seems like the SaberCats are just positioning themselves in the wrong order. There's been a lot of open area in that back row, and that's not the first time we've seen that.
It just seems like they look really lost. They don't know. It seems no matter what adjustments they make, they're just always searching for an answer. And Aaron hit right there as, once again, it's Dyson Wutzke, the junior, the California kid, at the line to serve.
That time a bit too strong. 9-point lead for Eureka in the third set as they look to go for the sweep against Maranatha.
So it'll be Ying Hao Sun at the line to serve.
Vasquez, 2 hands to Hernandez. Strong connection and the finish for Eureka, number 19 in set number 3.
So one of the most, in my opinion, one of the most dangerous servers out there, Ignacio Hernandez at the line to serve.
Oh, 100%. Hernandez and Wutzke coming into this ball game, both are tied for the team lead in points per set. Obviously, that will change after this ball game ends, but really 2 of the main scorers for Eureka. 5 points away. Hernandez once again. Sun with the right hand. Vasquez is there. Eureka resets. Here's Potter on the attack. No good. From the back row, and the floater and the kill for Ignacio Hernandez.
And not only the power that he possesses, but also the way he's able to get up there. I mean, he really gets up there. He looks like Michael Jordan when he gets up there and about to serve it away.
He does. These guys are really tall, and it's hard to tell from up here, but if you ever stand next to one of them, the height difference is just unmatchable, and they're almost like basketball players.
And even without, the height advantage for some of these guys that we see, a lot of them are either at, maybe a height around 5'9" or 6 foot even. They still can really get up there. They are that explosive. Yeah. And I think that's why, in really close games, that's what keeps the Red Devils in a game where it seems like they might not be favored because of the size differential. Man, this team really knows how to stay loose.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's an interesting team, to say the least. They're a fun team, though. I do like the energy that they bring to every single game. Red Devils 4 points away. It'll be Hernandez at the line looking to close it out. And the only thing he closes there is his chance to serve. Point number 10 for the SaberCats.
Well, they definitely know how to stay calm, cool, and collected, but they also know when to kind of turn that switch off and really lock in.
Yeah, I was gonna sort of say the same thing. You can act that way as long as you know when you have to lock in, and Eureka's very good at doing that as they pick up point 22.
So it'll be Kyler Arazo to serve. One of the first actions he's getting at the line to serve. And a little too much mustard on that as the 11th point for the SaberCats.
And when we were talking about this men's program and their height, they're just all athletic. I mean, they're all able to move quickly. They're fast on their feet. They're powerful. And I think that's an underrated thing to be able to say that every single player on your roster is that quick.
Yeah, they're well conditioned. They're really explosive. Not much more you can ask out of this group.
Jaden Bellinger on the serve. Maranatha. Right hand from Bell
Richard.
Richard.
By Potter.
Smith able to keep this one inside the antenna. Goes back on the opposite side of the net. Bellinger with the serve, the set to Potter. Great communication from the SaberCats, and that'll be a point for Eureka.
One too many hits for the SaberCats as you wonder if they'll let Potter try to serve this away.
Yeah, 1 point away. Let's see if Potter can finish on senior night.
Doesn't look like it. I thought maybe they would try to put him at the line to try to close it out.
Hey, maybe he can pick up the kill here. They're going to look for him. Tried to go for him, and that
Doesn't
one
matter.
Will be hit into the net. The SaberCats give Eureka Set number 3 by a final score of 25-11. Eureka goes for the sweep. That'll make them 13-1 overall. The SaberCats fall to 0-7. Drew, what have you liked from tonight's matchup?
Well, right from the start, before the game and the pregame to Jake Potter's senior day ceremony to the end, I mean, they never took their foot off the pedal. They were energetic right from the get-go. And, you know, even when they made some errant mistakes, they still never took their foot off the pedal. And, you know, it really was a team effort. It took everybody, all 3 phases, and, you know, just a really big, you know, I say every win is a big win, a really big win, and, you know, a big congratulations to senior Jake Potter.
Yeah, Eureka's looking good. They take the win on both Jersey night and senior night, and they will celebrate. But that's all we have for you tonight. Our next broadcast of Eureka College Volleyball will be on February 19th when Eureka hosts Kentucky State. You can watch that broadcast right here on ECTV. Coverage will begin at 6 p.m. live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. Eureka College Volleyball is made possible by City Blue Technologies, a leading Epson dealer serving Central Illinois. Potter Rentals of Gilman, Illinois, owned and operated by Ernie and Barb Potter, both Eureka College class of 1965. Heartland Bank and Trust. Randy Begole, your State Farm agent in Peoria, Eureka College class of 1994, and by Kirby Foods in Metamora. On behalf of my broadcast partner, Drew Donnell, this is Matthew Swan. Thank you for watching.